So this Alex Jones, I gotta say, what a slob. I mean, he's like the anti-Santa Claus. He's like a more diminutive Brutus from Popeye the Sailor. What a piece of work this guy is. I mean, I'm just an idiotic, stupid dog, okay? And I had my balls chopped off when I was young, so I never had no puppies. And as far as the man goes, he got flipped upside down in one of them floaties for about 4.5 minutes. By the time they pulled him out of the lake, he had quite a bit of what you'd say oxygen deprivation brain damage. So he never got to have no kids. So we don't really know what it would be like if some disgusting slob started giving you a hard time after your kids were massacred in school. If Alex, he was saying stuff like these parents. The whole thing looked like it was staged, and these parents, you can tell, they're laughing and yucking it up, and then they step up to the microphone, and then they start bawling and crying. I mean, he was saying, that there's pictures of these kids that were slaughtered, that there's pictures of them running around playing and stuff, and that they're still alive. If I'm just an idiotic, stupid dog, but if somebody did that to me, what I would do is I would get up behind Alex Jones and I'd get a hold of his scrotum. And I'd hang on to it and I'd start giving it that dog thrashing thing, and I'd make him crawl away until he separated himself from his sack, the way a bear will gnaw off his leg to get out of a steel bear trap. That would be good for Alex. It's just something that just drives me crazy. One of the things you got to understand, Alex, is just because there are people that want to take your guns away doesn't mean there's people that would stoop to such a thing as staging a Sandy Hook situation. But now Alex, whether he realizes it or not, it looks as though he's equating the loss of these parents, of their children, to the potential loss he's going to suffer when the feds or whatever it is, the lawyers, take away his $2,000 cat, Mushu, or whatever this cat's name is. He's a fluffy-looking cat. He looks like a pretty nice cat, if you ask me. But, it's like, Alex, I don't think so. You can get online and you can put a picture of your $2,000 cat on there and woe is me. But I think whether he realizes it or not, he's trying to equate the loss of his $2,000 cat with, the loss of a child or any kind of a loved one. I mean, the other thing is, Alex, maybe nobody ever told you, but I remember when I was a young pup and the man's dad was still alive, one of the things the man's dad would always say is, don't ever let an asshole make you be an asshole. That might be something you should think about, Alex. Another thing you should think about as far as all these guns is, in the Constitution, in the Second Amendment, they said it was a well-regulated militia. The reason they had this situation was so that when the redcoats come up over the hill, the Minutemen could drop their plows and their hoes, and they could run and get their muskets, and they could fend off or protect. They didn't put it in there so if you're getting a beef in the club or your girlfriend leaves you or something like that, you could go crazy and start shooting up everybody, They didn't put the thing into the Constitution so that if you get fired at work, you could come back and kill all your coworkers. That's not why they put it in there. Something else that they might think about, okay? These originalists that say, gays can't get married, or maybe, black and white people maybe even can't get married, or there's no, ability to have a abortion because it's not in the Constitution. If you want to be a strict, original constitutionalist, maybe the only guns that all these gun people should be allowed to have, but bear in mind, the man has a magnificent, gorgeous gun room filled with gorgeous guns. It's like, probably $100,000 plus of guns in the gun room that the man's father left him. So we're not anti-gun, but, we're anti-massacre. We're anti-slaughter. Guns are beautiful. They're works of art, and if you're trained and you respect them and all this, that, and the other thing. But, maybe if you were a strict constructionist, you would say, hey, the only thing we can guarantee you can have as far as a gun is a musket. A single-shot pistol or a single-shot flint musket. and that would be good for you. Maybe they should give some thought to that kind of stuff. I don't know. But this Alex Jones, a disgusting, slovenly, wretched turnoff. That's just me. That's just the dog's take on this situation.